So hello viewers and welcome back to another video on NS3, and in today's video we will see that how we can simulate RIP routing protocol. So in today's video we will see the very basic example of like how we can write the very basic script for the NS3 to simulate RIP protocol. So without wasting much time, let's get started with this video. So before we start moving with this like understanding of this basic RIP.cc script, which includes the simulation of the very basic RIP protocol, like the very basic topology which simulate RIP protocol. So before, if you are not familiar with the RIP, so I made the whole playlist on RIP protocol. So in that video I already explained the RIP protocol in theory, and also we have simulated the RIP protocol in Cisco packet tracer. So if you want to watch those videos, you are most welcome. But if you just want to know how it works in NS3, so you can continue with this video. And before I actually start with this video, I must mention about this GitHub repository, where I'm maintaining the code for the all of the routing simulations that we'll see in the upcoming videos also, and that I have made the videos for those already. So please do check out this repository if you want to just see how we can simulate the protocols. So we have already covered static protocol, now we are covering RIP, and in future we'll also cover the other routing protocols also. So that's for that. That's it for that. Let's now start the basic RIP, understanding the basic RIP.cc script. So the script includes the topology that you can see over here. So there will be 3 devices. All those devices will be using the point-to-point topology to connect with each and every other node. So, and this is the IP addresses that will be assigned in between the devices. So that's the basic topology. And to actually make this topology just without RIP, so that's basically very simple. So if you're following my videos, so what you need to do is you need to just create node container which includes which will create 3 nodes. So basically there will be A, B and C nodes, and will identify based on the indexes, so 0, 1 and 2. And now we can create 2 separate node containers which will be used to create channels and everything, devices and everything. So in 0, 1, which will include the node index 0 and 1. So basically there will be a node A and B, and that's how we'll proceed forward. So now we'll create a channel, the point-to-point channel that will be used between A, B and B, C. Then we'll create devices, and devices will nothing but after, let's say, we connect those 2 links to the devices, it will form, the links that will connect to nodes, it will form devices. So we'll create the devices. Now we'll install the IP stack. So just ignore these 2 lines. Now that will be explained by me later on, but let's just focus on how we'll create this topology. Then later on we can assign the IP addresses. So for the devices 0, 1, which includes node 0 and 1, so which is basically node A and B. So for them we'll use this network, and the IP mask, subnet mask is nothing but /8. That means 255.0.0.0. And for devices 1, 2, which includes node 1, 2 and node 1, 2, which is nothing but node B and C. So for those devices, for those nodes, we'll use 20.0.0.0/8 subnet mask. So that basically makes our topology ready. Now what we need to do is we need to tell the topology that for routing we should use RIP. So for that we need to actually include this core module, which includes this class called RIP helper. Then later on we can use the internet stack helper to set the routing protocol to be used. Like we can set this RIP to be used as routing protocol using this method called set routing helper. And that's basically simple. That basically it for us to let's say we want to configure RIP. So these are the only two lines that we need to include. So first we need to create a class RIP helper. So the object of that class will be passed onto this IP stack. Now, if we want to check that RIP is working fine, so after the simulation, we should be able to ping from device A to device C. So that's what we are checking it over here. We'll use ping helper to ping to this IP address, which is 20.0.0.2. So it is nothing but the IP address of this node C. And then we'll install the application on top of node 0. So node 0 is nothing but this node A. Now we enable pcap packet capture on all the nodes, and then we'll also configure animation interface, which will basically generate this .xml file, which we can later on use to see the animation inside NetAnim. And remember, we should also include the stop simulation.stop. So this will basically make sure that simulation is stopped at this particular time that we have mentioned in the parameters. And that's it for the topology. We can just go ahead and run using NS3 run. And remember, I have copied this file basic RIP into this myfirst.cc, and myfirst.cc is basically inside this scratch folder. So I can just type scratch/myfirst. And remember, I have this NS3 soft link created inside the global parameters. So I can execute NS3 from anywhere. So that you can do. I already have a video like how to properly configure these things. So you can just go ahead and watch those videos also. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just go ahead inside the source folder of this NS3, where you will find this NS3, and then from here you can execute ./NS3 run, and you can give the path. So let's wait for the file to be to compile and run. Okay, so after a while it got compiled successfully, and you can see the ping is successful. We don't have any packet loss, so I think that's the successful RIP thing that happened. So it will generate this many. These are the files, these are the packet capture files that are generated, and this is the XML file. So let's first observe the XML file. For that, first we can write NetAnim. For this also I have created a global reference for the NetAnim, so it will be, so I can run NetAnim command from anywhere, and I can open NetAnim. So we'll open basic RIP. So you see, when I run this simulation, you will see the RIP packets that will be exchanged for the first. These are the RIP request and response packets that you are seeing. And yeah, after that it will start ping packets. So now this is ping packets that will go from 0 to 2 and 2 to 0, and those will send for the 5 times, because that's what we have configured for the ping. We can also observe the things over here and over here also. Now we can close this and we can observe the packet capture files. So on, let's observe on the router number 1, and as you can see, these are the ping packets, and these are the request response RIP packets. So we can just filter on RIP, and we can open any packet. Under routing information you will find, so 10.0.0.2 is asking for all the routes. So this is a classic full routing exchange request. So this is the response. Okay, so you see, so 10002 is sending to 10001, and it says you can reach to 20 through me, obviously, and it is asking for how to reach to 10/8. So that's how you can simulate RFP protocol inside NS3, and that's how you can generate pcap files and the .xml file to observe it inside the NetAnim. So hopefully you have got the idea about how you can simulate RIP protocol inside NS3. So we have seen the very basic example of RIP protocol where we have used the 3 nodes to configure RIP and simulate and observe. So that's it for this video. We'll meet in the next one. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring.